Museveni now rules the country because of his old age with his son and wife and brother. So this is going to be the worst term in the history of Uganda. And that's what the country must brace itself for. That you have an 80-year-old man, after cheating elections, after militarizing of the politics in Uganda, tomorrow he has invited his business partners from the region. And business partners, you may want to call them heads of state. He has invited Suruhu, with whom they do business, and others from the region. So those ones you will see, and many other leaders with whom Museveni is doing business in the region, South Sudan, Somalia, Equatorial Guinea. So these are the fellows who will be coming to witness his swearing in. So we want to ask Ugandans to brace themselves for this term that is going to be the worst in our history. We have our leaders who are still in prison. The founding president of our struggle, Dr. Kizza Besigye, is in prison. He has spent there now 541 days, together with his AD Haji Obedi Lutale. Our Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Makoha, is in prison, and a score of other leaders and supporters of other political parties. Just before his swearing in, what ordinarily should have been a cascade, a normal way of organizing functions, Museveni brought the Protection of Sovereignty Bill, which, if you read the purpose and intent, it is actually the protection of the Museveni family in power. It has nothing to do with the sovereignty of Uganda. And that's why it is his son swearing and his father. So that was the cascade for you to know what is going to unfold in this term of office. That even before just had the 2 weeks to swearing in, the man was in a hurry to enact a law to protect himself in power under the guise of protection of Uganda's sovereignty. So we, as PFF here, we are coordinating with other colleagues in other parties. We think this is the time for the country to raise up. Otherwise, you're going to have an 80-year-old man tired, extremely tired, maybe sleeping in State House in Tebe or Nakasero, and then his son, like it has happened in all the jurisdictions of dictatorship, whether it was Bakiri Muruzi, whether it was Kamuzu Banda, Husni Mubarak, Gaddafi, Mugabe, they are all ruling from through members of their family. You saw Grace Mugabe in Zimbabwe. You saw Gaddafi's son. Bashir was preparing for the same. So that's what we need to be preparing for. The militarization of our lives, and the poverty, poor education, poor road network. So that's what's going to define Museveni's next 5 years. So to
omukisa guguno guzze go wenna omwana w'obulenzi ayali agadde okolera bweru w'eggwanga naye nga akasente olina katono, dolosiko ekomyewo, yeetaaga ba factory helper, yeetaaga ba warehouse helper, ekusasula kakadde kamu emitwalo 10, kyokka nze ogenda kumpa miliyoni 2 zokka. Interview ziriwo ngo ennaku z'omwezi 15 guno omwezi ogwokutaano 2026. Eno video njikoze ng'ennaku z'omwezi 10. So gwa yeetaaga, weetaaga biki? Olina okuba ne passport ng'eri valid. Emyaka wakati wa 22 kwa 38 ng'osobola okwogera oluzungu bulungi. Bw'oba olina ebbaluwa senior 4 it is added advantage. Kano obuwanvu oli around 165 cm. So jangu tugende tukole tukyuse obulamu. Nenamwe we natwala mu level 1 eyaggwa bemanja munsasule wakati leno mu category level 2. Muje tugende tukole tukyuse obulamu. Ekyenkize ekiri ewange omala akola ku visa n'oli okosasula. Na omwana obuwala sobola okukola mawanga ga bawala bunga housemaid. Ng'otambulira ku employment otuukira wa boss. Gw'amanyi okumbeeka by'emmere nga 8 ne weekage omaze okuba ng'otambula naawe jangu tugende tukole campaign ya kuteeka kiri ku table Bannayuganda kukyusa.